Okay, let's go.
See, we can't see this, Craig.
Okay, go. Everybody, get ready. Yeah, get ready, get pumped. Okay. And I brought, yes, well, I just had a shower. And it's really hot in here, so it's a good thing people don't smell over Twitch. Eh?
They just implemented that 2 days ago, Craig. So probably you should.
Smell-o-vision.
Alright, let's just share. Okay, if
You know they did try that in the
stream.
70s and the 80s, right?
The 80s. Smell-o-vision.
70s and 80s.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it would get released in a magazine or in a newspaper, and they'd give you scratch cards. And when in certain parts of the show you had to scratch a certain color.
Yeah, but I think that would break like the whole immersion into the movie because now you're like waiting, reading. Okay, wait, scratch. Ew, is that what vagina smells like? Wow.
And we
Is
are
it-
live. But Jason, is there any chance you can move your webcam just up slightly? Because I'm seeing like mostly your chest.
Like there.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's cool. And then Matt, can you move more to the center?
Nah,
Like that? Okay.
it's not happening.
And JP, you're alright. The turn is on the other side. That's alright. Alright, okay.
That's cool.
Welcome everyone for the Man Cave episode 4. We've changed the layout a little bit to the bunker. Not because we felt threatened, but
No.
Yeah. So we changed the layout a little bit.
We're being gentle. We're being gentlemen.
We're being proactive.
Gentleman behavior.
Yeah. So, So basically, if we hear back from the people that didn't like our last game, we'll gladly keep it at this. But if we don't hear back from them, we may change it back to the Man Cave because we're just like that. Okay. So thank you very much for joining us for episode 4 to the bunker, at least anyway. With me, as always, the Titan JP. Also known as Gunner.
Hey guys. Gunner here. Welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy it. Lots of exciting stuff for tonight. It's going to be a great show.
And on my right hand side, the Australian guy called Matt. What's up?
Hey guys. Not a lot. Excited for the show this week, and yeah, hopefully it should be good.
And right underneath me over here, Jason makes a return with his head mostly in the camera shot. Jason, how you
I
doing?
can't see what it looks like.
Well, so
My
today,
my head's in the camera, okay?
when Jason looks down today, he'll actually be looking down on you.
Exactly.
So, how are you guys doing? How has the week been? What have you been up to during the week? Whether it be painting miniatures, making love to 14 different women, having sex with the sheep. Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
Is that what Jason's been doing?
No, that's what you've been doing.
That's
Matt.
crazy.
Do this. I've seen that sheep at your house in that closet.
No, I'm the one with the 14 women. That's
Sheep are not woman. We told you.
Let's start with the first one
well,
on the
I've
screen. JP, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I've been painting some of the miniatures from the Shield of Bale series, Deathstorm. So I'm busy with the Broodlord now. He's here, if you can look there. Busy with him, and been playing Evolve, which we'll be talking about later. So I won't go into that right now. I was playing Bit Dungeon, which what was her name again?
Electro Kittens.
Electro Kittens. Yeah, she was kind enough. She gave us some keys last week for games to show me that not all indie games are terrible. And Bit Dungeon is actually quite a lot of fun. It's a roguelike, so it's very cool. And yeah, that's what I've been up to this week. And working, of course, day job stuff.
Alrighty. Maddie,
That's
give us an idea of
Me?
what you've been doing. But before you do, we forgot to pop these lids of these beers here, which is part of the intro. We're going to pop these
the lid
beers.
of roses.
JP's going to be giving you 5 roses tea. And
Roses
Passion
juice.
fruit and lemonade.
So,
Lemonade.
Cheers, buddy.
cheers, guys.
It's just enough. It's just enough, you know. Just yeah.
That was nice.
All right.
Okay. Well, I bought Evolve.
That one's finished.
I've played a little bit of Evolve, but we'll talk about that later. I've been playing a bit of StarCraft and a bit of Dying Light, and I've been doing my week job pretty much. There's not been much else involved. There's,
And what rank are you in StarCraft that you posted to us earlier?
No. I'm only in Platinum League.
Okay. Right.
Most of my clan's actually in Platinum League, but I've actually got a common friend with Jason who also plays in our clan, and he's of a similar, meant to be of a similar level as me, but whenever we play I just destroy him, so it's quite fun.
So it's good to have a friend that you can destroy.
Hopefully he watches this so he can see this. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. And what about you, Jay? Down the bottom?
Well, pretty much, most of the week I've had no power, which is
Well,
awesome.
Yeah, that's...
But when I have had power, played a bit of PS4, played some more Transistor, played a bit of Start Dragon Age today. And other than that, not much. Just work.
You got sunburned. Don't lie, mother.
Yeah, yesterday I got sunburned.
Everyone will notice Jason has a slight case of lobster color.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh! Jason's got a white
Wow.
beater tan.
I do.
Luckily, it wasn't H2O. It was a Boxburg white beater, you know.
Well, then if it was there, everyone would be like, "Oh, look, if it's in here." Where
Yeah,
do you live?
exactly.
Like, down there.
Nice.
All right. So basically,
What have you been up to, Greg?
me, what have I been up to? I've been also playing some Evolve, which we'll talk about later. I have been. What have I been doing this week? Man, I've been uploading our shows and sleeping and working. I've been pretty boring, actually. I have not played Evoland.
Sleeping?
I got
You've
gifted
been
Evoland.
not sleeping.
Well, I've been not sleeping 2 nights and sleeping 2 nights. The rest of the time I haven't really slept. But yeah, all because of Evolve. But yes. So Electric Kittens, thank you again for the free code. I actually have activated it. Max for some reason not working.
Yeah, my key didn't work.
So
I haven't been able to do it yet. But when I can,
we'll check
I
it
will
out.
try it out.
Yeah, we'll check it out and we'll put it in the.
Just maybe it's a 0 and an O, or O and a 0. Maybe it's one of those.
No. I tried all those different ones. Yeah, I went and I tried every alternative.
You're using an Australian keyboard, maybe that's why.
It's much better than a South
There's
African
no
keyboard.
vowels. The vowels are swapped around. E and A.
Those South African keyboards almost lose to Zimbabwe today, so
This is true.
so I wouldn't be talking if I was.
I don't know
Not
what
me,
that means.
I'm fine.
I'm not with you at all there. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Don't. Jason knows what's going on. Don't worry.
Cricket World Cup. They're in your backyard, Craig, at the moment.
Okay.
All of them. Guys.
Fair enough.
Drake's like, yay! I'm not gonna go
Yeah,
watch.
not gonna watch.
No.
I'm not even sure if there's anything in Perth, but
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. All right.
That says you're not important enough to get a cricket match.
well, I wouldn't say that. Craig's pretty important, you know.
Yeah. So fucking important. It's insane. It's crazy. You guys look up Craig. I'm probably on the 75th page. Yep.
We look up Craig. His last name's List, so just check him out.
I based the whole thing on my list. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was the first topic. Quick and easy. Smashed you that one.
Well, for a second topic, I'd like to throw this at you guys. Greg, well, Chaos, especially to you as well. A lot of contention over Marvel movies and Marvel comic rights and stuff like that. So, like for instance, Fantastic Four and I think it's Fox, and then you've got X-Men as well. And they don't, Marvel can't make movies because they don't own the rights to make movies about those characters that they've created. So well, some good news for us is that Sony have decided to work with Marvel with regards to Spider-Man movies. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this? The guys that are watching, what are your thoughts? Please comment in the section. And yeah, I'm pretty excited because there's a very pretty important series in Marvel called Civil War, which there's Captain America Civil War coming up, which is, I'm hoping to God that's where Spider-Man's going to debut with regards to the Marvel Sony collaboration.
Me too.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on that happening?
Well, I have 3 hopes. I hope it's Peter Parker because I don't want it to be any other Spider-Man. The problem is that Richard Garfield guy, whatever his name is, what's his name? Garfield.
Yes, Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. That guy. Sorry, Richard Garfield's the guy that created Magic the Gathering. Anyway, okay, so so Andrew Garfield.
Another thing we love.
Yeah. I was kind of upset that he was leaving because I thought he was a really good Spider-Man. A lot of guys were like, as always, the internet blew up and they were like, no, we don't like him because he's too thin, stupid, ugly, whatever the internet says. I kind of liked him as... Yeah, man, The Amazing Spider-Man. When that came out, I remember because I was living at my wife's parents' house at the time, just before we moved to Australia, and I went to go watch it on my own. And I was like, "Oh, sorry guys, I gotta go watch Spider-Man." And Bonnie knew that I needed to get out of the house because I just need to have my own time or whatever. So I went to watch Spider-Man for about an hour and a half, or whatever, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I got back and I pretty much proceeded to tell her entire family the entire origin of Spider-Man, why the movie was the best movie I had seen, and explained it to her dog and everyone. It's just the most amazing Spider-Man movie. Obviously, them not knowing too much about it didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit either, though. I had to tell everyone. Anyway, so, hey, HellFX, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome back.
How's the LFX? Big dude.
Back.
Cheers, buddy.
Back.
Again.
Thanks for returning. Yeah, well, it's awesome. I mean, I loved Andrew Garfield because he had that right mix between dorky and quirky, which, if you read Spider-Man comics, he's got that like quirky sense of humor, and he's got those one-liners, and he's got
much
like
better Peter Parker.
all this. Exactly.
Tobey
He was
Maguire.
an awesome Peter Parker than Toby. Toby can't watch his Wade Maguire, that guy. Yeah. So I just think that I would have loved to have seen Andrew Garfield carry on with the whole Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, me too.
But for me, what's very important is I really do hope that it's Peter Parker, because Civil War series centers around Peter Parker. He plays a very big role in the Civil War, on both sides of the Civil War. So, yep, I hope that's where they're going to lead it in, because Captain America Civil War without Spider-Man and without Peter Parker just won't be the same.
I got a message from a friend of mine, Paul. Paul, if you're watching, how you doing? I got a message from Paul the other day saying that, what did he say? He said, oh no, I don't like the fact that Spider-Man's in Avengers. He shouldn't be an Avenger. Now, okay, cool. If you went back to like 25 years ago, yeah, he was an Avenger, but he is now. So I mean, and Spider-Man, man, he's one of my favorite superheroes of all time. And if he wants to be Avengers, if he came up to Captain America and said, "Hey, Steve, do you mind if I'm in the Avengers?" Steve is not going to go, "Hey, no, you know what? Actually, places are filled. We've got Hawkeye and Black Widow, which don't do shit anyway."
Yeah, Hawkeye is so much better, and I love Black Widow's tits, so yeah, there's space for you.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like, man, Spider-Man, if they could only get Wolverine in the Avengers, Spider-Man, Wolverine in the Avengers, it'd be the best movie ever made, because Avengers as is already the best movie ever made. Age of Ultron is probably going to top that. And if they could get, my only concern, which I spoke about last week, which is obviously I don't want to regurgitate it too much, but I just don't know how they're going to do one feature film for Civil War, because for me that would be like a Tolkien series, a 12-hour super special, So I'm very excited. I'm super excited. What do you guys feel? You guys that are not too much into like comics and stuff, what do you guys think about the whole Spider-Man being in?
I would ask you if you want Wolverine and Spider-Man in there together, who would you get to play them?
Oh wow,
That's my question to you. Because Hugh Jackman's like been an amazing Wolverine, but he's getting a bit on now. I don't think he'd keep going. So who would be your younger Wolverine?
Well, I don't think Wolverine's that young in Civil War though. So in Civil War, I think you might get away with it. But the only problem is, of course, the movie rights again. You was in the previous one, so there might be legal issues. But I would like to see Hugh Jackman. I think he's been an awesome Wolverine.
You got to pick someone else. Yes, he's been amazing. But
someone else.
He's gone. He said he's finished. He can't get the body back anymore. He doesn't reckon. He says it's very hard to get the Wolverine body.
They just offer more money.
I can't imagine.
I don't know. Yep, I don't know. Oh, geez, Wolverine.
Well, I've always said I don't know if anyone's ever seen. Sorry, let me just quickly add this. So I don't know if anyone's seen. What's that show you and I used to watch, Jason? What's that show? Actually, Maurice told me about this show. Maurice, if you're watching, if you want to type it in the chat, it's Banshee. I think that guy would make the most awesome Wolverine.
Yeah, he would actually be a good Wolverine.
Yeah. That's nuts. He's nuts. That series is fucking good, by the way. Bring it back.
But he'd have to get a lot bigger though to be Wolverine.
Yeah. He probably would have to bulk up, but he's short as well, and he's really like super hot tempered.
So it's
that
easy
guy.
to bulk. Yeah.
I think it'd be really
That's super hot.
This is true. You could definitely pull off Wolverine.
hot tempered. Not hot tempered.
Shape you suck. What, Craig? Say?
It was like,
Have you seen Banshee, JP?
I have seen Banshee.
Okay.
I have seen Banshee. Not a lot of it, but I have seen some of it. I'll tell you now. Matt Servito. It looks like it. I think. Matt Servito. Yep.
And
That's about it.
Spider-Man. Who would make a good Spider-Man? Probably. Wow.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Yep. So you talking about this guy here? That guy?
That's
That guy.
There we go. Okay, so
He's got a Wolverine look as well.
Yeah, he does, He does. Yeah, I think he'd be a cool Wolverine.
Yeah.
the guy. Yeah, that's probably a very good choice. I didn't think of him. The guy that actually played Gambit in one of the X-Men films.
Yeah.
That I think he could actually be if they did his hair right, I think he could be a Wolverine. He's got the body for it.
He just didn't look like he could grow the facial hair.
Plays,
Yeah, he just needs to learn to grow facial hair, probably.
Yeah. But he's doing the Gambit movie, isn't he?
I don't know. I thought they got a different Gambit.
Hey guys, sorry, Electric Kittens wants to know if you played those games. Electric Kittens, yep, we spoke about it in the first half of the show. We did. I played Bit Dungeon. It was really awesome. Very good indie game. Very cool indie game.
You weren't there from the beginning.
Was awesome.
We were waiting for you. You didn't
Wait, especially for you. You missed it. And my ugly face, okay, ugly face. They don't.
Matt, however, had a bit of a problem. He couldn't. His key didn't work.
My key for Pineview Drive, I think it was. Yeah, it didn't work.
Matt was just got scared to install it. He was
No, it wasn't.
He has
I
literally been bitching to me about it the whole week. I've had to listen to crying conversations.
It was only a 4-hour call, Craig. Stop going on about it now.
He was like, Electric Kittens only loves you guys, not me.
My key didn't work at all.
It was random choice, so it's not specific to you.
And Electro, as you know, I was playing Evolve. I couldn't really tear myself away from Evolve. So I will check it out, though. I will check it out. But right now, I'm pretty much 90%, 100% focused on Evolve. My wife will tell you the same thing.
90%, 100% evolved.
90 to 170%.
Yeah, we found new modes in Evolve, but they can wait for the Evolve time. So let's.
So you guys are talking about Evolve, and you're like, later, just now.
Yeah, 'cause we want to talk about it the whole time, but
So
can't.
what about Spider-Man? Who do you think would make a good Spider-Man other than Andrew Garfield? And the obvious choice, Tobey Maguire. But yeah, who do you think?
No, that's not a.
No,
it's not
What
a
about
good
what do you
choice.
think, Chef Ramsay?
Definitely should go back.
Huh?
I'm telling you, this is the worst fucking villain I've ever had in my whole fucking life. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. Get the fuck out of my kitchen. Sorry, my web. Shit.
Dr. Octopus, these scallops are fucking not cooked properly.
Touch it! Touch the scallops!
They're cold. They're cold. Anyway.
This victim is not deep fried. This victim has been scarred. It's terrible. This victim, I can't even identify this victim here. I'll have to go on. Oh, I can't even go on dentals. You broke all his teeth, you idiot.
I used to be pretty good at that accent when I watched it, but it's funny how it just like pops out of your head, and I'm just like, I don't know, I sound like an idiot.
Thanks, Greg. I know, you know.
I'm sitting here seriously trying to think of a good Spider-Man, but nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Like, what do you reckon, Electric Kittens? Who do you think make a good Spider-Man?
I watched.
Perfect.
Is Spider-Man allowed to be like very, very white?
Very
like-
white.
Yeah.
Been very white.
There was a guy. There was a guy that actually played.
Just no vampires, please. No sparkling
no.
vampire.
There's a guy that played. He played. I can't remember. It was a theory of everything. Who do you guys know who the main actor who in that was?
A theory of
everything, eh?
Yeah, he played as.
Bring it up for us, JP.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy that has the voice? That has the robot voice that can't speak?
The guy
Like
that
the
has
smartest,
robot voice.
like very smart guy.
Oh yeah,
he speaks-
yeah. What's his name?
I can't think of his
Wow,
name.
me neither. God, we're terrible at this.
We shouldn't do a show.
Yeah. Like, oh, you know the guy with the thing and the. Oh yeah.
I keep wanting to say Rowan Atkinson.
I almost said Steve Irwin.
Which one, Matt? Can you see them? Which one?
Yeah, no, I can't see. On the left-hand side, your camera's very terrible quality today, JP. Sorry.
My camera's fine.
No, it's really bad quality.
I think I know.
You guys carry on.
Lloyd.
I think his
Harry
name's the actor's name is Rahane or something like that.
Not Harry Lloyd.
Raheem.
Nah.
No, I don't know. Okay.
I'll tell you just now.
It probably wouldn't be bad.
Not this guy.
Katy
Nah.
Perry.
That guy that's in the
Katy
Flash.
Perry.
The guy that's in the Flash.
Yeah, the guy from Flash.
Yeah.
He would. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of him. He's cool. He's okay. He's way too cheesy to be Spider-Man though. Spider-Man's actually supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. My personal opinion. I know I may have offended
Tom
people,
Pryor?
but yeah.
Well, he needs. The problem is, Craig, is that they don't want to use. Well, it depends what they want to make it. If they want to use a dark Spider-Man, you have to find someone who's like that. And that's what they should do, because no one wants a pussy character in a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
Not in the
Toby.
not in a Marvel movie.
No electrocutants. No Toby.
No, Tobey Maguire, no.
Hello.
Yeah, wow, good question,
Okay.
Matt.
He plays as Stephen Hawking. And his name is Eddie Redmayne.
Yes.
Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne. Check him out. He's
Yeah,
very
got him
he's
up.
English though, so he needs to get an American accent, I guess.
What about the guy that played... Oh, sorry, as Wolverine, I guess. A casting for Wolverine. What about the guy that played Rorschach? Rorschach in...
That's Eddie Redmayne.
Bring it down. I can see
Yes.
his...
Sorry, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's very white. Matt
He's as
said-
white
Matt
as
said he's
Jason.
white. Matt said he's white. So hold on,
Wait,
find another one. Wow. Wait. Ugly. Very fucking photogenic. There we go. That guy.
Yeah, that's him.
Here we go. Viewers. That's the guy Matt's talking about. Eddie Redmayne.
He's already been selected to be Conan O'Brien's. He's going to do his biography for him. No, I'm just kidding. That was on this show. They were making jokes because he's very white. Supposedly on your voice, that you're casting your voice, they can only hear you, Craig.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Monica wanted to listen to us, and so yeah.
Okay, cool. I've updated it. Just ask her if she can hear it now. I boosted the sound of the speakers. But I mean, it's pretty good that you can only hear me. You hear the best parts of the stream already.
That's before I even mentioned it, I thought that was probably the right thing.
Because she can't hear anything Matt's saying, so Matt's like, I have free reign now. I can just say what I want.
That is never how it goes, Jason. Understand? I'm in love with Monica, and that's no. We had a very nice Valentine's Day together. Thank you very much. We had dinner by candlelight, not by choice though, but because we had no power.
Brought to you by ESCOM.
Dinner by Firefly.
We went out. It was very nice.
Oh, that's good.
Sorry. Okay, go on.
No, that's it. That's it. I think I should move on.
Okay, cool.
To the next question, Matt.
Right.
I don't have it in front of me.
Okay. I'll put on my Matt voice.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys. What did you guys think of Evolve? No, that's a terrible Matt voice. No, terrible Matt voice.
You sound like what's that British comedian that was married to Katy Perry? You sound like him.
What were you guys thinking about Evolve? And how have you been going? What do you think about the classes and the game rating so far? Do you think it has longevity? Does it stand out as a nice game for you? And will it stand out as game of the year? What are your thoughts on this one? JP, let's go to you first because you've played it before. After you've died.
First of all, definitely not game of the year. Okay. Second of all, I think it has a little bit long longevity, whatever that word is. But only because they're releasing another monster and new players in about a month. People will I think they'll stop playing within the next week or two, and then they'll come back and start playing it again once all the DLC's been released. But for if you're going to see people playing this in 6 months, I honestly don't think so.
Okay, all right. Wow, that's a downer.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, no, please, no, that's okay. That's okay. Well,
I'm enjoying the hell out of Evolve.
Yes, Electro. Matt is in the light. He is no longer broadcasting from a cave. His cave is lit.
Nope.
Power only goes off in an hour and a half tonight, so.
It's Matt Rising. That's it. Anyway, Evolve. I enjoyed Evolve a hell of a lot. I'm still enjoying it. I don't like a lot of competitive multiplayer where it's one-on-one competitive because I'm not the best gamer out there with regards to competitive stuff, right? I don't pretend to be. But in Evolve, you can be, if you work together as a team, you can feel insanely
He's really not.
awesome.
He's really bad. Terrible player. I've been playing with him. Fucking sucks. Worst teammate
and he
ever.
hasn't even improved.
I'm kidding.
In the beta, when he played Assault, he didn't even get to level 2. That's how bad it was.
Actually, in the beta, I got to level 16, and you didn't even get to level 8.
I mean, at the alpha.
Anyway.
And he's been playing with this for how many years? You think he'd improve just a little bit? But no.
Anyway, as I was saying, in Evolve, you kick ass all of a sudden because as an assault class, all of a sudden, where in a normal game of Battlefield, I'll play and I'll have fun, but I'll always be in the bottom tier of scoring and stuff like that. Now, all of a sudden, I get kills and all kinds of shit, and it's awesome. You feel good because you're doing something for a team. You're supporting a team, and they're supporting you, and you win in the end. So you win a lot more than you would if you were just playing on your own. So I enjoyed it a lot. We found a whole bunch of we found a new thing that we didn't have in the beta, which is called evacuation. It's a new mode. Evacuation is a whole lot of fucking fun.
It is.
The
It's
graphics are insane. I've got it on full on my PC, and I don't get lag or anything. It's really, really ridiculously beautiful. It's a very nice game. New maps and everything. Yes, I don't think it has longevity, but I can go back and play it every now and then. It'll become. I remember in the first episode or second episode, they asked us, "What is your?" Or maybe in the third. I think it was Electro Kids asked us, "What's your go back game or go to game when you're not playing?" You know, when you don't want to play anything else. And it was Diablo and that type of thing. I think Evolve will be my go back game because it's quick. You jump in, you have a match for 10, 15 minutes, and you're done. So, yep, I'm really enjoying it, and I look forward to spending a lot more time with it.
I say it's a lot more fun when we have the group of us playing than it is just going online and looking for a game. I have a lot more fun when I'm yelling at JP how useless he is, or talking to Craig, and yeah, it's a lot better like that. Rather than going in, you're just playing as one role, and then you have a team of guys that don't know what they're doing and stuff.
I actually had a great time playing with a group of people. I actually jumped online a couple of times where JP wasn't online, and I was playing with a bunch of random people, and it was actually pretty cool. Either chatting to them, there was only one or two dickheads that I told them they were dickheads, and then we left. We left the call and all that. But we were so I was playing with them. And when you get to when you get a set of people that actually know what they're doing, and everyone's healing, everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and everyone's actually watched the tutorial videos that they show you freely when you choose the class, and then people don't just do their own thing. It's really fun. Yep. It's really fun. And I think I was explaining to JP earlier that if you get into a game, you've got to work as a team. You've got to work as a unit. Everyone's got to be talking. If somebody doesn't know how to play the game, you tell them how to mark the monster. You tell them what to do with their class. He'll say first thing as the screen loads up, he'll go, "Okay, cool, my first time with Bucket," and you'll go, "Okay, cool. Just remember to do this. Just remember to do that." You know, and everyone jumping in and marking the monster, and it's super interactive. The games are I think the longest game I played yesterday. It was because the damn wraith just disappears all the time. Was probably about 15 to 20 minutes. Yep. And it's cool because you can jump in. You can get new characters and all that stuff. I've unlocked all the characters for the medic, all the characters for the trapper. I'm on the third character for the support, and then I've got to unlock assault, and they're all uniquely different. Then you've got, as JP said, awesome graphics. You've got the game where the banter when they're on the ground and when they're in the plane, just about to drop out. Like for instance, Bucket today, in the plane, he's like, "Hey, everyone, get ready to kill endangered species for money," you know. And that was so cool, man. That was just awesome. I loved that. I loved I don't know. I'm really enjoying the game. I've bought some of the DLC already. Just some of it. I haven't bought the $25 pack. That's now been raised to $35 for some reason. I don't know why that is. So
because Australian game rules and regulations.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If they didn't raise it to $35, it was going to be rated as R and then not allowed in the country. So.
Which I'm worried about. I'm worried about Mortal Kombat actually. That's going to be a problem.
No, you're allowed to get R-rated games now.
Well, I don't know. They banned. What did they ban? They banned Saints Row, I think. They banned that. Anyway, what I was saying, back to Evolve, I don't know. For me, it's probably a game that will last a lot longer. I bought the DLC for Titanfall when it came out because I thought that would be a really big game, which turned out not to be such a big thing. JP and I did play it for a while, but when I bought the DLC, I bought all the new maps and stuff. I tried to find games with the new maps, couldn't find any games. For some reason, nobody was playing the DLC, and that was shortly after it came out. And I mean, they looked really cool, good design and everything, but I don't know, it just didn't pan out. So as for a game, as for the single player, the characters, just the diversity of every map and having to kill characters in 79.
That's why is his name 79? Well, if you're 32. No, I'm asking Gunner's name.
Because 1979 is not my date of birth.
What is it?
1979 is one of my favorite songs.
Oh.
Smashing Pumpkins, dude.
Also, I always wondered that as well. I was also like, why is he named 1979? Usually put the date behind there. I'm like, fuck, Gunner is like 4 years older than what he says he is.
I think he's just lying to us still. He just doesn't want to be that old.
Well, then I'll be it's such an old guy, you know.
So,
Yeah, Grandpa.
Anyway,
I,
Evolve.
Sorry, I know I kind of munched off the microphone with Evolve, but I just wanted to highlight everything that's really good about the game. So if you're actually planning on getting Evolve, it's a really, really good game to get. I wouldn't get all the DLC, buy all those extras now, but like I'd definitely get the game. It's really fucking fun.
is it worth $60 to you?
Oh yeah,
Or
absolutely.
whatever
Absolutely.
the price.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, here's a message to that Jason guy. Please get Evolve. We need you to play. No, we need a fourth.
He's as tight as they come, dude. He's not going to buy it.
Not now.
Damn it.
Order
All right.
comes out in 5 days. I have to get that.
Evolve is out now.
Oh, that's the problem.
Hey,
thanks,
not
Nightbot.
bad. Thanks, buddy.
If you fucking ban me today,
You're all mods.
I see you're not modded, Jason, so you might get banned.
yeah, I see this.
I did mod him. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what I modded? I modded.
Nightbot just said no. He is not getting a mod.
All right.
I've seen him post too many links.
I didn't even post one link. I've never posted it.
Okay, you've been modded.
Jason's like www.mommysgotbooty.com/J4 in action. Like, no.
Do you wanna just type so we can see if you're a mod? No.
Right.
Type.
There we go. Okay. Type. Nice. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, type works.
All
Okay.
right.
What I did.
Jason.
Yeah, so basically,
Well,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, I don't.
Did you want to say something more about Evolve?
Yeah,
JP?
I wanted to say
yeah.
something more.
Okay,
I
Jason.
was going to say that, I didn't get Evolve, but I'll get it at some point later on. Like when I have time to actually play it.
not time to get sunburned. Time to play Evolve. See, if you were playing Evolve with us yesterday, then you wouldn't be looking the way and feeling the way you are now.
By the way,
Yeah,
guys,
just say it's right.
do you
Yeah,
like the
it's-
pinup girl on the actual on the layout today? Just type yes if you like it. Just don't type anything if you don't like it. Because I don't want to hear anything negative in the chat. Okay, let's keep things positive, guys. Huh? No. And
Jason would like to put a boy.
He's got no comeback.
Electric Kitchen's got fused. Craig, you've got fused Electric Kitchens. No, Craig.
okay, Jason.
Don't tell Nightbot to ban me. He'll fucking do it.
Right, yeah,
Okay, so going to the next topic. Yeah, my first console I ever had was a Nintendo, one of those ancient ones with the cartridges. It's fantastic.
why don't you read us the whole question and then answer it.
Okay, I'll read the question, Craig. The question
So
is,
everyone knows what we're talking about.
One job.
Okay, Craig,
One
fine.
job to do.
You can't even do that.
So the question is, what was your first gaming console growing up, and how did you get into gaming? So, my first console, like I said, was a Nintendo.
Nintendo what?
Which one have you got? Which one did you get?
I don't remember what it was. This is like
Golden China.
like
Golden
too
Dragon.
many years ago to remember what the fuck it was called. So yeah, I had that, and the reason I got into gaming was actually because my cousin had one and I wanted one, so I got one.
So what did you play there? What did you elaborate a little bit? Give us some history. What did you
Well-
play there at his place?
well,
what made you go,
the
whoa,
most-
I want to play that?
Well, pretty much every school holiday we used to, like, me, and Josh and Moshe used to just go to his house basically for the holidays and just play whatever console he had. Because we didn't like I got Nintendo, then I got Sega, then I got PS1, and then I didn't get another console until I got an Xbox 360. So whenever he got a new console, which was like every time a new console came out, and like, hey, Moshe got PS2, let's go play fucking at his house. It's the holidays, we'll just go stay the whole week. It's cool. But yeah, on the Nintendo, we used to play a lot of Mario. What else did we play on there?
N64, kittens. Nice.
I don't remember what we used to play on there as well. This game's so old now. I remember what I played on Sega more than I remember Nintendo.
Shit.
On Sega, no, we played the one weekend. We played all the Sonic games, all 4 of them, from start to finish. And I just remember we didn't sleep. We just stayed up and finished all of them. And the one we got right to the end, and we got game over, so we had to restart.
Because that time you didn't have a save file, so you had to kind of just leave it on.
Just pretty much, you want to see the end of this game? Better stop dying. Better stop dying like retards and play properly.
Now we complain about if our file doesn't sync to the cloud and we get on another computer and don't have a save file. It's the end of the world. Like, what the hell? This game is useless.
They're talking about me.
No, anything, anyone, any of us. If your game file doesn't save and like Dying Light doesn't sync up to the server and you get onto another computer and play it, you're like, what the hell is going on? I don't have my save file. So yeah, that's it. I can't imagine. I remember what it was like back then. I can't imagine it now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, me too, man. It's something that you just needed to do. Sorry, JP, carry on.
Yeah, no worries, sorry. Mine was, I can remember my dad was a manager for Pick and Pay, and they had Atari 2600 on display in Pick and Pay. And when the displays went down, they were like, okay, getting rid of the stuff because they were bringing out Nintendo. I think it was the NES, something like that. At that point in time, South Africa was very behind, so we skipped like generations of consoles. So he brought this thing home, so Atari 2600, and plugged it in. I can remember playing, I think it was Pong on Atari 2600, which was awesome. But because we didn't really have all the consoles and stuff at that point in time. And then I remember the first console that I properly had in South Africa, we had a knockoff called Golden Dragon, which was like a NES knockoff that you could buy here in Golden China, and then you buy these 10,001 cartridges. And like every second game is the same thing. It's like Contra Blue, Contra Black, Contra Green, Contra Gold, Contra Inspired, Contra Dildo. Yay! They're all the same thing. And the same Contra. And you had Super Mario. And I remember playing Super Mario, and that was awesome, the first Super Mario, and it was just insane. And then cousins of mine, they got the NES and the SNES, and they got Super Mario 2 and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, Golden Dragon was my first one, and Mario and Contra were my 2 favorite games to play on that system. It was awesome. Just lots of memories.
Contra
very
was
cool,
the
very
shit.
Cool.
Loved that game. So
Contra
good.
was awesome. Yeah. It was really good.
Super
To have someone good to play that with, so that they didn't keep getting you killed because they suck. Waste all your lives.
Alright, I'll go next. Give my. So I started pretty much on an Atari. I don't know if it was a 2600, but I know it was a wooden console. It had little silver clips that you could click back and forth. I think that was a 2600.
Yep. That was also, the 2600.
That's it.
Remember playing Pong on it. I remember my dad bringing it over from Hong Kong because he went to Hong Kong, and playing that with him. But because it was, there was not really much there. We played a lot of Space Invaders on it, and then this is a picture of that you guys probably won't be able to see, but I've sent it before. That's little Craig playing on I think an X86. I'm not quite sure. But that's when I found Tapper and Alley Cat and California games, and I played Roger Rabbit and Zaxxon and all these like really old games, Monty and Solomon Key and Tanks and all those old games. So that was probably the beginning of my gaming addiction. I then got a console when I was probably around 7 years old. I got a Golden China, which was also known to everyone else, probably in the rest of the world, as a Famicom, because it was a family computer, so they shortened it to Famicom. Nintendo system, where I found out about Mario, and I found out about B-Wings, and I found out about Contra, and you had Adventure Boy, Adventure Time, Wonder Boy. I think it was Wonder Boy.
Yep, in 1964. Was it 1964? That like World War II game?
Yes.
Shooter plane. Yes, that was awesome.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't it 1979?
1945.
Okay.
1945, that was what it was. Yeah. World War II. Yeah, it's got to be back then.
So yeah, I remember those cartridges. You plug in 1,001 cartridges, Ice Climber, and all that shit. Like 10,000 versions of Ice Climber. Then I remember playing Turtles. I remember playing Mega Man, which was actually called Rockman at the time.
Yes, Rockman.
Yeah, yes, you played that. Man, what was it? It was we played a lot of B-Wings. And then, after all that time, after all those series of games, I got a Sega. So I had a Sega Mega Drive 2 right after that, so I became a little Sega kid. I enjoyed probably Mortal Kombat. Myself and Maurice used to play Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and every kind of Mortal Kombat that came out. Then got a PS1. I bought a PS2. Eventually bought an Xbox 360, PS3. I had a Panasonic 3DO for a little while. Played Gex and Clock Tower. Then, shortly afterwards, during that time I had a PC as well. But my PC was very outdated first when we got it. It used to be mainly for porn, not really much of anything else. So, and then I had my PS3 probably last. I really enjoyed the Xbox. I was very much like an Xbox 360 fanboy at the time. I really enjoyed the Xbox. It was really, really good compared to PS3. Got a PS4 when I got here, and that's pretty much my history of games.
Nice.
Pretty much. What about you, Matty?
All right. Well, my first one was an Atari 2600. That was our family console. Back then, I remember playing Chopper Command. Did you guys ever play Chopper Command?
Well, in South Africa, you're very limited to your games.
No, I had a ton of games. Chopper Command was probably my favorite one though, because it was you were flying in a chopper, and it was a platform. You'd go along and shoot stuff and have to dodge everything. But you could start off the game by just turning around, and going back through the game. Like the start of the game was there, and they didn't realize that you could just turn around and go backwards through the game. So that's as a 4-year-old and stuff. That's what I used to do. I used to try and go back through the game. I thought that was really cool. And then we went to Big W, which is a shop in Australia, and they had an Olympic Games special for the Atari 2600. And you got the 2 controllers and the cartridge, which had like 6 or 7 different sports games on it. And that was my favorite for a long time. The only problem was, after like 5 minutes of playing, it would just freeze. Like, it would just go... You remember the freeze sound of the old cartridge games? It'd be like this really bad. And like, I used to try and get up in the morning and sneak, like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and sneak when I wasn't meant to be on the Atari, and I'd start playing it. And I knew it was going to do the noise, but I was like, screw it, I don't give a shit, I love this game. And I'd start playing these Olympic games, and then like 10 minutes in, it'd be like, and like wake up.
Flippin' TV.
And I do this on like Saturday mornings or whatever. So yeah, they're like, you can sleep in, and they're like, I'm like, no, yeah. Okay, and after that, I took a little break, but then I got a Sega Master System, which was I think the first of the Mega Drive, which had Alex the Kid built into it. Like, you didn't need the cartridge. So I played the crap out of Alex the Kid, and I had a few Sonic games. I think 1 and 2 came out on Sega Master System, it was called. And then after that, I got the Mega Drive, because my mate in town, I lived on a farm at this stage, and my mate in town had a Mega Drive, so I begged and whined enough until I got one. And then all I did was play Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3. That was yeah, number 3
yeah.
was absolutely awesome. But probably one I played the most because I was the youngest then and played the absolute crap out of it. Then, what did I get after that? I got an Xbox. I had a bit of a break. A few of my mates got Sega Saturns. I don't know if you remember the Dreamcast and Sega Saturns.
Yes.
Yep.
But I
Never
don't
had
know
one.
what
I
happened.
remember it though.
I kept playing my Mega Drive for many years. Road Rash. Did you guys ever play Road Rash?
Yes.
I used to hire that from the video shop and play it all weekend. And like you couldn't turn off your console, otherwise you lost the game. And I ended up getting like a bike that cost like $100,000 or whatever. And I was like cruising along, you could just overtake anyone. Like it was just, vroom. And it was so awesome. And then like, oh, okay, weekend's over. Unplug it. Take it back. It was hard to get. I have to start right at the beginning. It was so terrible. And me and my mate used to play. Did you guys ever play NHL 94 or 95 on the Mega Drive?
Yes, I did. Where you could actually hit. No. Hang on. That was Mutant League Hockey. I played Mutant League Hockey. So not the same thing.
It was either 94 or 95 where we used to play. We didn't actually like the hockey game. It was absolutely
nice. 79. Thank you for the follow.
But it was. It was a really crappy hockey game, but you could play up the point. If you kept hitting each other enough, you'd end up getting in a fight. And we'd play up, and the actual game was whoever could win the fight. And like we'd button smash, and then that was over, and there's still like 3/4 of the game to go, and it'd be like exit, start again, and we'd do that again. That was me until I got the Xbox, and then I played a lot on the Xbox. I played Halo and stuff like that, and then eventually the Xbox 360. Yeah, it was Gears of War was on 360.
Yeah.
Xbox original Halo. What else was there? There was quite a few games. I enjoyed my Xbox quite a lot. I was one of those guys that. Did you guys get the Xbox in South Africa?
I had one. I lent one. No, the original one.
Oh,
they had it available at the flea market, I think.
Okay. This is the one where you could actually take out the hard drive, and like not the one, the Xbox, the original. You'd go buy an 80 gig drive or a 120 gig drive, and they released an operating system that you installed on it. That you could like play movies or whatever. So it became a very cheap media center in Australia. Like you'd put like back in the days before you streamed all your movies were like 700 meg each, and they were all really crappy quality. But you'd put them all on there, and then you'd have your whole movie file on your Xbox. Like you didn't have a computer in your room, you had your Xbox, and it had a complete media center there. And so that's basically what happened at the end of everyone's Xbox life. And then I've eventually got up to the Xbox 360, and that was probably my favorite console today. Probably the 360.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you for that long answer. That was awesome. Yeah, you elaborated a bit. Jason was like, so I played this and I did that, and yep, that's pretty much what I did.
and then I bought a PS4, and that's it.
So what was your favorite console out of all those consoles, Jason? What would you say you had the most fun with the console?
Probably the PS2 that I never owned.
Okay.
Because that was pretty much every weekend PS2 at Moshe's house. Every weekend. For years.
Nice.
Okay.
Until he got a PS3. And then it was PS3 at Moshe's house. Because I didn't have one.
So your favorite console was Moshe's PS2.
PS2.
Damn straight. Well, at that stage, I had a PC that couldn't run anything. And a PS1 if I really felt like using it.
Next week we should go over PCs. What PCs we've had.
Okay. Nice ass 79. I am broadcasting from Perth, Western Australia. Matthew on this side over here is Australian that's broadcasting from South Africa, and so are the rest of these two guys. They're both South African. Whoa, I'm pointing in the wrong directions here. Sorry, I apologize. I'm like pointing up and like in the wrong direction.
Those guys.
But this guy and this guy. Oh, let's move into the frame. These two guys are both South African, and that guy there is an Australian from South Africa. I'm a South African from Australia, and that's pretty much right. Where are you from? Nice ass. And have you got a nice ass? Huh? I think that's the important thing we'd ask here.
And why is there 79 behind your name as well?
Yeah.
Well, everyone that has a number after their name is usually the year they're born, JP. That's all I'm going to say. Except for
There's
JP.
something wrong with you. Gunner 1983 doesn't sound good.
Or are you lying to us and you're actually 4 years older?
Yeah.
No, dude.
Are you 36 this year and you're just too afraid to admit it?
No. No.
I think he's
Not
36.
Holding
guys.
like you guys. I'm not.
Yeah, I can see it from here. Of course you are.
So
I
Matt,
got full head of hair. Full head of hair. Beautiful. Thick mane.
what is
Awesome.
your most memorable? I'm going to add this question in because we can talk about this for hours. This is actually a really good.
Yeah.
This is probably just a really good topic. What do you remember fondly, like fond memories of you sitting up with friends or even on your own? What do you remember most of like a specific console that you can actually pinpoint? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot, but what can you?
There's one in particular that pops to mind. Is me and a mate used to play before I actually got my Mega Drive. I still had a Master System, and we used to play Mortal Kombat on his Mega Drive. Okay, but he was unlucky enough that he had to play on the main TV. They only had one TV in the house, so whenever we played, like no one else could use the TV or whatever. But we used to play Mortal Kombat just like for days, like. Yeah, and then we'd have to switch it over whenever they wanted TV. But we ended up we figured out how to get the highest score. Is you have to play all the way up through it. You can't just beat Mortal Kombat. Because if you went through and didn't lose any, you didn't get to put your name at the top of the leaderboard. Like, do you know how you enter the 3-letter names?
Yep.
We figured it out that you'd have to go through undefeated, lose to Goro once, and then beat Goro, and then beat Shao Kahn. Was it Shao Kahn?
Yeah.
Who was the big boss in number 1? I think it was Shao Kahn.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung. That was number 3, wasn't it? Number 4. Oh, anyway. Anyway, one of them, and then you'd get right at the top of the list, and we used to go through, and like we didn't want to lose, but we're like, oh, we're not going to get our name on the board, so we had to lose one to get to Goro. And it was was absolutely that's my favorite memories of. As a kid playing consoles.
I think that's fun.
You,
man.
JP?
Fun memories that you had with friends. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. For me, it was PS2. It was Def Jam Fight for New York. I think I've spoken about this before. I loved that game. I put so many hours into that game. It was just insane, and that's actually a game that I'm really good at, or I was really good at until my PS2 wasn't a PS2 anymore. But I love that because I can remember we used to sit and play, and it would sit on this huge couch. We'd take it with us when we go for work, when we leave and we go and open new stores, and you'd go away for like 2, 3, 4 weeks on end to open stores, and then it would be like all my colleagues would sit in this big like communal hotel, lounge thing. We'd hook it up to the TV and play there. And then they'd be like closing my eyes, and I'd be beating the crap out of them. And then they would be doing like they get like try all this stuff for me to beat them, and not to beat them. And I just used to beat the crap out of them, and I loved it. And I think I loved it because I was actually good at that game. Nothing else, just that. And then sucking at FIFA from bloody PS1 day all the way through till now, still sucking at FIFA.
He never gets
still
better,
trying to
guys.
play it. Doesn't matter. I enjoy it. All that matters is that I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Cheers, Electro Kittens.
Yeah, cheers. Have a good night. I didn't want to be rude and interrupt you there, so I didn't say cheers on the stream. But bye. Thanks for
That's
the
fine.
watching.
You must interrupt us. Awesome. Right.
What about you, Jay?
Hey.
Give us some memories. You have given us memories already. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I just my same friend actually had a Nintendo 64, and he was like a god at GoldenEye. It was just pointless playing against him. But we also played a lot of WWF on the Nintendo 64, and actually
Beat pandas.
Commanding. No, that was WWF when it was WWF, not WWE. And he actually had. Do you guys remember Command and Conquer that was released on Nintendo 64? Yeah, he had Command and Conquer, which I had already found at another friend's house on PC, which I thought was awesome. And then he got it on Nintendo 64, which was a lot harder to control. But yeah, it was still awesome to play.
Alright, man. That looked like it was just going to be a really hard game to play on a console.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they actually released. Funny enough, they released Command and Conquer on Nintendo 64 and StarCraft on Nintendo 64.
Wow.
Yeah, I never saw StarCraft on Nintendo 64, but I've seen the cartridges.
Wow. That
Do it
wow.
now.
Wow.
Wonder how you could be competitive with that.
Yeah, no, you couldn't, I imagine, but yeah.
Just imagine an APM and be like 2.
Well, there was a guy. There was a guy not long. Well, when I say not long ago, maybe a year and a half ago, that was supposedly streaming with an Xbox 360 controller, live streaming, playing StarCraft. But I don't think, and he disappeared after not long. So it must have been found out that he wasn't actually controlling it or something. Because that just seems insane. Because he was moving like way faster than I do with a keyboard and mouse with the controller.
And that's impossible. I reckon.
Yeah, because there's just not enough buttons on a controller.
Yes, exactly.
Not for a strategy game. It's just not going to work.
No.
I want to give 2 shout outs. One of them to probably some of the fondest memories I have was with Halifax. I used to live with Halifax in we had a little flat, really small flat where I used to live right next door. Like my room was right next door to his, and we had a divider in between which was basically a glass window with a curtain over it. So I can see him jerk off, and he can see me jerk off, and that type of thing. So,
At least you're honest about it.
so pretty
At
much.
least you're honest. That was the only reason it was there.
I got
didn't want him to
Guitar
watch me jerk
Hero.
off.
I got Guitar Hero 3 for the PC. And I put it in, and I remember him sleeping next door, and all he could hear was the click, click, click of me pushing the buttons in tune, and just playing guitar until 3 in the morning. and bless his soul, he didn't actually come in and go, "Hey, what the fuck? Shut up!" He just let it go. And I also remember listening to him play Prince of Persia: Warrior Within. And he used to swear, like, oh man, he used to get so angry playing the game. I used to be sitting in the lounge, and all I'd hear is, "Fuck you! What the fuck are you doing? Piece of shit doesn't fucking jump, fuck you!" Like, literally, and we'd laugh in the lounge so hard.
I think he'd be absolutely awesome streamer to watch. I think he'd be absolutely fantastic at it.
I think so.
I wish we had better internet here so he could. I think, yeah, I'd watch him every day if I could. He's so funny.
Let me just quickly record again. Sorry, this thing only allowed me for an hour. And then probably secondly, probably to Maurice, my best friend in South Africa. We grew up together, and we would play Maximum Carnage and Mortal Kombat like every day when those games came out. So at some points we'd actually skip school. What I'd do is I'd put my backpack on, and I'd take all my school books out, and I'd put my Sega Mega Drive inside with my controllers and Mortal Kombat at NBA Jam. And I'd go stop at the school, and he lived like you could actually walking distance from the school. So I'd put my console in my bag. My parents would drop me off. I'd pretend like I was walking slowly to the gate. As soon as they turned the corner, I'd turn the other direction, walk over the railway lines, cruise over to his house, and we just play Sega the whole fucking day. There was no nothing else done. Yeah, man. NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat. Those are such good memories, I must say. Very, very cool.
Yeah. It was awesome times.
So,
Funny how you, like when you're younger, the types of times you'll make to actually play games and the things you'll do to actually play games. So yeah,
huge.
Same.
Okay, cool.
Sacrifices.
So, yeah, necessary sacrifices.
Necessary.
Cool. So, if you on the console war, let's say specifically Nintendo and Sega, and then also Xbox 360 and PS3, what sides were you on, JP? With regards to Nintendo, Sega, I never actually owned one of them. I used to go to friends and play, so I mostly played Sega because Nintendo wasn't very big in South Africa. I think the first time Nintendo actually got a proper launch in South Africa was with the Wii. I'm not too sure that NES, so it was mostly Sega. And then with regards to PlayStation, Xbox, I've always been a Sony fanboy from PS1 through to PS2. I've had PS3, I'm now on PS4. So PS3 for me was just awesome. More than likely also because I didn't have much of an online experience with it. It was mostly offline. The online only came very late in the PS3's lifetime with me. So like in the last year or two before PS4 came out. So, yep, it's mostly been Sony, PlayStation, and all the way. Why? What did you play on Sony? What made it for you?
On Sony, Uncharted. Uncharted, just like it's insane. I love Uncharted so much. It's like basically if you go to Xbox 360, most guys will say Gears of War. For me, Sony, the PlayStation was Uncharted. Uncharted just did it for me. I love the game. I love the story. I love the graphics at that point in time. The gameplay, everything about it was just so good. So for me, that was the main drawing point towards Sony. And yeah, I loved it that much. And then with PS2, of course, it was Def Jam Fight for New York because PS2 was released a little bit before the Xbox itself. So it was just basically a natural progression from PS1 to PS2. So yeah, that's about it.
And Maddie didn't hear the question. Matt, on your sort of side, what side would you have chosen with regards to Sega and Nintendo, and also 360 versus PS3? What is your favorite and why?
Okay, Sega and Nintendo. Well, I only had a Sega. All my friends had the Nintendos, so I'd have to pick Sega because of Sonic, pretty much. Sonic and Mortal Kombat for me. They were absolutely my favorite games on them. There was quite a few sports games that I used to play back in the day. The Olympics games used to be fun. The hockey games and the basketball games were also quite cool. That's a Sega definitely for me. Even though Nintendo had some epic games, I actually kind of regret not having anything Nintendo growing up because
I'll be right back.
Yeah, they had some epic stuff.
No way.
And as of PS3 versus Xbox 360, I went Xbox 360 all the way. Halo and Gears of War for me were absolutely standouts above anything else that PS4 had. And they had Forza. They had all the games I enjoyed were on Xbox 360. That's why I went Xbox 360. And have you answered, Jason?
Nope, Jason's still got to answer.
Okay, you go ahead, buddy.
Well, for me, between Sega and Nintendo, definitely Sega. Just purely, like you say, that Sonic, that Mortal Kombat, and there's a lot more hours spent playing that than Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then, first I got an Xbox purely because Sony delayed their launch locally for the PS3, and I was like, I haven't had a console since PS1, getting an Xbox.
Nice.
And then I played Gears of War and it was really cool. But after having two Xboxes red ring on me, I was like, nope, time for a Sony, done with this thing that keeps breaking. And then, didn't get an Xbox One for that very reason.
Okay.
So,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I've been a bit upset that they delayed. Like in Australia, they didn't delay it, but they delayed it here. I would have, if I was in Australia, I would have definitely bought an Xbox One as it came out. But the fact that they delayed it in South Africa for a year really irked me.
That's terrible.
And So, but eventually I will get an Xbox One. Just because that's it. My son's 6 years old now, and he'll want something new soon. The Xbox 360 is getting a bit old, so when he gets that little bit older, I think I'll invest in an Xbox One or whatever is awesome at the time. And
I know when you're going to get an Xbox One.
When's that?
The same time all of us get an Xbox One.
No,
when the new Gears of War comes out.
Yeah, I was actually going to say not when you buy one, but when Gears of War gets released, I'll be
That's the only reason I'll buy one. If they say Gears of War's cancelled, I'll be like, Xbox One, bye, dream's over, you're not coming here.
Has anyone seen anything on the new Halo on Xbox One?
No, I read a few articles where people were saying it doesn't look that good.
Oh. I don't care how it looks. I just like to see how it plays. I might get one eventually. Maybe that'll be at home a bit more soon.
See, I've never been a huge Halo fan. Like on my Xbox 360 we play a lot of Halo because we could play 4-player on one screen. And back then I had a 32-inch monitor and we used to play on there, and it was just fun to play. We used to just fuck around and play Halo.
You used to,
but now no one will do that anymore. No one's got time to be like, hey everyone, come over, let's play Halo. It's like, do you have internet? No, well then you can't play with us.
But when you came over to my house, we played. Was that on? No, that was on Xbox, wasn't it? That you could only play it on Xbox. We played online there. You were quite good at that.
Did we? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was in the man cave. When I first got the man cave, you came over and we played Halo 4 online. You don't remember?
I remember that.
Yeah,
I do.
Okay.
I do. and Damien kept asking us to help him play whatever he was playing.
He kept playing something on the PC. I can't remember what though. Yeah. It was quite a man cave. It was 3 men.
I remember playing Halo 3 with you guys. I think I played Halo 3 with you and your friend as well. Online. Actually, it wasn't Halo 3, it was Halo... What is it? It wasn't Halo Reach?
No, we played Halo ODST.
ODST is what we played, yes. I remember that, yeah.
I tried playing that with a mate from Australia, and the netcode was so bad it actually slowed the game down to about 1 frame per second, or 1 frame every 2 seconds, so you couldn't play with anyone outside your country. That's actually why Gears of War became so popular with me and a mate in Australia. Like, you would get 1 or 2 second lag delay, but you could actually play the game. You could run around in real time and stuff. But that's Gears of War 1. Like, stay with me for years, even after Gears of War 2 and 3 came out, because it was the best online netcode.
Yeah, well, I played when I first got my Xbox 360. I played Gears of War Online on my 384 connection, and it worked. It was like smooth. And then after more people started getting Xbox, it just sort of like, oh well, you can't even connect your Xbox Live on this shit now. But I mean, we played a few games. Moshe actually came here. We signed in together and we played co-op with some Americans. And yeah, the one game we played, we got put up against it was obviously a clan, all the same clan tag.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy killed our whole team with grenades, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to play online anymore.
Can I throw out a question here?
Yeah, please.
Yep.
What was your first multiplayer game that you played that the person wasn't on the same device as you? That, like, so you either played online against someone, or you direct connected with your modem to someone else's house, or you played on a different TV screen to whatever the device was on. What was your first game, Jason? Can you remember?
First game. Probably the first game I played multiplayer was Diablo 2
Yeah.
on a dial-up connection.
Did you play to a server and you join people, or did you have to direct connect to someone?
Well, what we did is one of our friends used to play on the, you had those closed servers on Battle.net.
Okay.
So he used to play there so you don't get cheaters and stuff, and then he used to go and rank up with people there. So he told us we must start characters and join him, so we played with him for a bit. And then otherwise we just used to join random servers, and then you literally get people like, hey, do you want items? And you're like, oh, bro, I want items. I'm like level 1 or like 5, whatever. Just give me items. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Come out of town and I'll kill you a few times, and then I'll chuck out items for you because I don't need them. And you're like, okay, let's do that. You give me shit.
What did he get experience from killing you?
No, that people just like killing you.
Oh.
Let's
They just
answer.
enjoy that.
Let's quickly answer those
Josh used to
questions
do
from the chat.
Okay, sure.
Sorry.
Okay.
Do you guys know any good games to play on PS?
Which PS? PS4, PS3?
PS Vita.
Probably talking about the PS4, I think.
PS4.
Well, PS4.
No, there's no good games. Sorry.
There is. PS4. So far, from what I've played on it, Infamous was pretty cool. Killzone was awesome, even though it was quite short.
Yeah, I enjoyed Killzone as well,
yeah.
actually. Great.
What else have I played on there? Last of Us
FIFA.
Remastered, definitely worth playing if you haven't played Last of Us on PS3. What else?
FIFA, Jason. You play FIFA all the time. You can't come up with FIFA, really?
FIFA. Well, that's my go back to game. That's the thing though. Whenever I'm like, I've got time for one game, and then I play a match, and then I'm like, I'll play like another one, and then it's like an hour later, I'm like, I could have just fucking played Dragon Age or something. And I do it all the time. I'd be like, shouldn't I play one game and turn it off? And then like 3 games later, I'm like, could have played a real game. I just played FIFA.
No.
But yeah, we got that. The order's coming out on I think it's the 20th of February. Well, for us here anyway. That's always a good game to get.
What else was there? There's Infamous Second Son. That was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that I said, Craig.
Oh, you already said that? Oh, shit, sorry. My bad. Alright. And then
Other than that,
There's a comment from Nice Ass, Craig.
should we consider getting a female to join the show? Well, yeah, that'd be awesome. We'd have you as a next guest if you'd like to join us. Just send us an email to gameshockonline@gmail.com, and yeah, we'll see if we can get you on the next week's show. I'll speak to our producers, and they'll let me know if we can put you on.
we don't mind getting rid of Jason, so yeah, that's definitely a spot.
You know what, Matt? You know what? There's one thing that you haven't mentioned once this week, which is pretty crazy.
I'm pretty sure I have mentioned it, but okay. I got to mention it with a Nintendo 64.
You're right, you did. I forgot about that.
There you go.
He does. He's getting sneaky now. He's getting StarCraft in now.
No, I didn't even notice there was no sneaky.
There you go.
Being all Protoss-like, you know.
I warped in your behind, Jason. I got my warp prism out and I went into the back of your base.
He cloaked his penis into your ear.
And I just walked
Hey, Greg.
in 40 zealots.
Greg, you're still doing this whole thing wrong with the penis in the ear thing. That's not how it works.
Really? Because that's how I've been doing it all this time. I thought it was...
You're like, why is there snot coming out of your nose?
No, JP. That's taking it too far, buddy.
Wow. Jesus.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't
You know that's too far. When Matt's like, you're taking it too far.
Yeah,
That's like,
Matt
Matt
says.
can't handle that.
on a Skype call when it's only us and not being streamed, then fine, go ahead. But no, when it's being streamed, that's too far, JP.
Resistance had promise, but when they came out, part 3, it was ruined.
Change the subject.
Did you guys play Resistance on PS2?
It was on PS3.
Oh no,
PS3,
I mean
yeah,
Resistance 1 and 2. I mean, we're on PS2.
Yeah, they're on PS3.
I mean PS3. You're right. God, I've like skipped a whole generation.
They're all on PS3.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh wow.
But
Okay,
yeah, I tried when I got the PS. Well, the thing is, I got the PS3 so late that when I tried Resistance, it didn't look that great for me. So I tried Resistance 1. I didn't really like it. I thought, okay, maybe Resistance 2 I'll prefer. I played Resistance 2 for a bit, and I just never really got into it. And then yeah, I tried. I think around that time, Killzone 3 came out, and I played that, and I played Killzone 2, and I preferred Killzone.
Yeah, me too. I played the Resistance on PS Vita, and that was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed that a lot. It was actually really, really cool. But I didn't play any of the others. I also played Killzone.
Is it something I could still check out today and still be cool, Craig? Or
Oh, Vita, yeah, definitely.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll check it out on Vita.
It's the best shooter I played on Vita.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Very,
Very
very good.
was cool.
Okay, so throw us another question. What else do we have there?
Oh well, we were answering the question that I asked.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Carry on with that.
Okay, you answer now, Craig. Do you remember the question?
Yes. Playing with somebody else, making a local network. I remember making a local
yeah.
network and playing Quake 2 was probably the first game we played against each other. There were 4 or 5 of us in someone's garage. And we sat down and we played Quake 2, and I sucked so badly. Oh man, I was so embarrassed, but I was having so much fun playing it, but I was really shit at it. I was terrible playing it. And yeah, so I think at the end of the night, I think I died like something like 546 times or something, and I think I got 2 accidental kills. I was that bad.
No,
That'd have been my first.
you could never be JP bad.
Come, let's go play some Magic, man. Let's go.
I've won a game with you guys. I had no idea what I was doing, and I had the basic nature deck, and I still won. So you guys are pathetic. Okay, my first not online. It was Direct Connect in Red Alert 2. My mate and I used to play, and I obviously played a lot more than he did because I just owned him all the time. Until the stage where he was like, I don't want to play anymore. So I was like, no, come on, just one more game. So he agreed to it, and I let him kill my entire base. And I had my one thing left. I don't even remember what it was. Like in a current game nowadays, you couldn't win from this stage. But on the map, you had random random if you collected them, you got random things from them. Like, and when you have no
Drop.
base, like it was a drop and it was randomly over the map. And when you have no base, if you've got a tank and you're just cruising around, when you pick up a random drop, it automatically gives you a construction tower, so you could restart your base again. So I went and got one of those. Like, he'd literally killed me. Like, all he was doing is building tanks. There was nothing. I had nothing left, and I went and rebuilt my entire base and went and killed him. It was so, and then he never played with me again after that.
I wonder why.
It was so awesome. Like, I let him just kill me entirely, and just so he'd keep playing with me. And then I went and got a random construction vehicle and built up and went and killed him.
Hey,
that was my
boy.
first.
We're doing pretty good, man.
Hey, dude,
Welcome back.
Boy.
We are
Share a
I
beer
know
with
that
us.
name.
We're doing really good.
Oh, okay. I'd better get another
Welcome. Welcome.
What were we just talking about? Oh yeah. So Dave Nova about Insomniac games. A lot of people are saying Sunset Overdrive is the best game they've made so far. What do you think? Have you played it? What do you think of Sunset Overdrive? And is it worth getting an Xbox One to play that game? Because it looks pretty awesome. It looks really fun and random and crazy, and yeah, it looks pretty good. I would probably not buy an Xbox One. I'd wait for Gears, as we spoke about earlier. But
sorry. The reason why I get a Gears console is hopefully they'll make like a specific Gears console, and that's the one I want to buy. I want to buy like the pack, like the Gears console and the Gears game all in one.
Red Xbox One with the Gears logo on the front.
Because I still, my favorite cover ever is still on my Xbox 360 that I bought from Chaos. Is the Gears on my Xbox 360, the Gears casing that came with the Xbox. Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. And I'd like something similar on the Xbox One.
that cogwheel with the skull in it, man. Anything.
My son loves it. My
awesome.
son thinks it's an awesome thing. Most awesome thing, yeah. Does it actually make the console hotter? Because I'm pretty sure the fan goes louder on that just because that's on it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Does it still work? Does it still glow?
Yeah, I've never seen it glow. It was just always pretty.
You got to plug that USB into the back of the console.
Oh, I've never tried.
You push the button and it pulses. It will pulse or it'll stay on.
So that could have been like a nightlight for. I went and spent lots of money on a nightlight, and I had one already in his room. That's just silly. That's.
All right, cool. Let's randomize it a little bit, and let's give somebody else a chance to give a question there. JP, what's the first question you can come up with? Give us a question, anything.
Oh, damn it! Now you asked me as the first question I came up with, and I just read like the next part of our show. So unfortunately, that's my next question. Okay, no, but let's change it up. Okay, so I like board games and I like miniature gaming and stuff like that. So what has been so far in your experience? What has been a board game that you've played and enjoyed a hell of a lot of? So yeah, let's start with Jason because I know you play lots of board games.
Well, I actually bought the World of Warcraft board game, which it says on the box will take an hour and a half to finish, and that's just not gonna happen. Even if you have 4 people helping you set it up, it'll take at least an hour to set it up, and then to play through from beginning to end takes. We've only ever finished it once, and it takes about 6 hours, and that's why we don't play it every
I thought you were trying to say it was really short, but it's really, really long.
No, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, I've played a few others. I played a game called Power Grid, which is basically you got to manage cities and buy power plants to give them power. Which is funny enough, something this country can't do. But yeah, that's what that game is.
Maybe we should mail it to ESCOM. Be like, hey guys, read the rules. See, maybe you can sort our stuff out, you know? This is how you should run a power grid.
Give them some tips.
Play the game against them and they lose the whole time. You're like, oh god, I knew it. Damn it.
No. And you're like, watch them stream, and you're like, no. You're not supposed to break it down. You're supposed to build it up. Oh.
Yes.
Well, that makes sense.
Hilarious.
they'll probably be like, if I give you my power plant, how much will you give me for it?
Yeah, exactly. How much bonus
It's
can I
like
get out of this?
you don't like having money in this game. You don't win. Yeah, but how much?
You Matt?
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, so many board games. Mine would be a tie between Uno and Monopoly. That's
Going old school
Yeah,
board game.
that's-
Some hard hitters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Monopoly's the best game to cheat at. That's what you do.
that's
You,
yeah.
you beat
that's-
banker, and then you can just take basically the bank. That money's yours just as much as everyone else's. Just because they can't get to it doesn't mean it's cheating.
I always played with honest people, Jason. So we always had
don't
very
play
fair
Monopoly with
games.
Jason.
Yeah, don't.
I never used to cheat. I used to
Oh.
borrow money from the bank.
Borrow
I'm
money
like,
from
they're
the-
supposed to give it back
Yeah.
at some point.
Just when the game finishes and you have all the other people's money, you can give it back. That's nice.
See what I mean? I always put it back where it was meant to go.
No, as board games go, I'm not I haven't got the most world experience, but yeah, I enjoyed Monopoly as I was growing up. That's pretty much it.
That was a good game. Good solid game.
Just saying before you carry on. There's actually a game you should try, JP.
Yep.
Called. I don't remember what it's called.
Called Don't Make Indecent Comments on the live Twitch show. Yes, I will try that game next time.
No, it's not that. Basically, what it is everyone gets it's just a deck of cards,
Yes.
and everyone gets a card. So you basically just deal out cards randomly, and you'll have so many people as spies in your group, basically. So I think you have to have a minimum of 5 people.
Yep.
But no one else knows who the spies are other than the spies. They get to look at each other in the beginning of the game, and then basically after that, everyone has to decide. Let's say it's your turn. You'll decide, okay, cool. Who am I going to pick to be on this mission? You got to send people on missions. So you're like, okay, I'll choose Matt and Craig, and you don't know if one of them's a spy or not. So obviously, if they're a spy, they don't want the mission to work. They want the mission to fucking fail.
Fail.
So now you'll get it back, and at the end of the thing, you're like, oh, well, that mission failed. Well, now we know, okay, Matt or Craig is a spy, but we have no idea. So now Matt will be like, well, obviously it's Craig, like, I'm not a spy. And basically, just the whole point is to make everyone else, if you're a spy, is to make everyone else kill everyone else off.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and you're like, sorry, guys, I'm the spy. Fucking
There's a show. There's a
That
show.
sounds pretty cool.
There's a show. There's a show they stream called Mafia, which I think is exactly that, but it's got a lot bigger rule set. And if you're Mafia, you're basically the spy or whatever. And so no one knows who Mafia is. That's Koibu and those guys from It Me JP channel all play Mafia. That sounds very similar to that. They all do it on there's 16 people in a Skype call, and they all just do it. It looks insane.
Yeah, so that'd be cool to do with a lot of people like that.
Yeah. And yeah,
The amount of arguing and stuff in that would be crazy.
yeah. But they stream for 10 hours and they do 4 or 5 games in that time. Looks like a lot of fun. We'll have to try it sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, we should.
I agree. That would be
Yeah.
cool to actually have a live stream with us doing that.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
And you, Craig?
Board games. I used to play a lot of Hungry Hippo back in the day. That was fucking fantastic. Love that.
Mousetrap.
Didn't play
I used to
Mousetrap.
have that whole trap thing. That was just awesome.
Mousetrap
Everyone
looked
used to
exciting.
just do the mousetrap all the time.
Yeah, there was no.
I used to.
There was no. You couldn't play the game. You just wanted to do the mousetrap. That was.
It's just like, sorry guys, I dropped it by mistake. We have to set it up again.
That was the whole idea of that game.
My ex-girlfriend got me a game called man, I don't even know what it's called. I gave it to Stian, I think, the game, because I just couldn't play it.
Warcraft?
No. It was actually it was like a board game, and it had you'd open up the board. It was like a big box, huge fucking box, and it had a really cool foil crimson dragon on the front with like a black material box and shit. Looked really cool. So she was like, oh, I know you dig games, and so I got you this game, and we're gonna sit down. I'm gonna dedicate a whole day to sit down with you and play it. We're gonna figure out how it works, and we're gonna play it. So we both sat there, man. And we gave it a good 6 hours, and we was for the first 2 hours was just sticking stickers on little fucking discs, and it was like trying to figure out what was what. And this is Merlin, and Merlin's got a sword, and he fights the dragon. And there's this huge map with like 16 continents on it, and you're like, okay, cool. So reading the rulebook's like this thick encyclopedia of rules. Reading through, trying to understand everything. So we decided to play. So it took us probably about 3 hours to try and figure out what was going on. So we decided to play, sat down with all the figures on the board, and I think I was winning at one stage, but then like I think she thought she was winning too, because she didn't really know what was going on. And yeah, so we played it gave it a good 6 hour session. I was like, you know what, I don't know what's going on. And she was like, I also don't know what's going on. I was like, it's okay, I'm going to give this game away. She was like, yeah, I think let's give that game away. Let's stick to video games. And that's that was what that was.
No.
Well, just that game is called Werewolf, the one I was talking about.
Wow,
Okay.
Werewolf. Cool.
Nice.
Cool. We'll have a look at it. I'll go and have a look in a month. Get my hands on it. Board game for me is not a new thing, but it's also not an old thing. Let's just say board games are expensive, so I didn't used to have money to always buy what I wanted to get. So I remember my first board game I got, well, not actually board game, but first role-playing game was Dungeons and Dragons. I got that. I didn't have anyone to play with. That sucked. And then I got Eldritch Horror, which is cool. You could play the board by yourself. It was you played the board, you didn't play other people, which was really fun. And then my favorite so far is Relic, mostly because I love the 40k universe with Warhammer, and Relic is based on the Talisman gaming system, which is really fun. It's basically you move around the board on the outer perimeter until you level up and get strong enough. Then you go to inner perimeter until you get to the middle and you do a mission that you need to do. So yeah, Relic by Warhammer. Relic is by Fantasy Flight Games. It's just been insane. I love that game. I would really recommend it if you guys want to get into something. It's really, the rules are not too difficult. It's easy to understand. The board is just insane. It's one of the most beautiful boards I've seen with regards to a board game. The artwork on it. So yep, that's about it. Relic. That's all I got to say.
All right.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Cool.
Relic.
Did we have any more questions, Craig?
Do we have any more questions? No, I just Dave Nova said I went PS4. I will probably not buy an Xbox One simply because to pay online on both systems would mean 2 different subscriptions just for online gaming. Hurts the pocketbook. The pocketbook.
Yep.
I agree. Hurts that pocketbook.
Yep.
Totally.
Yep, well, for me as well. I mean, at the moment I just have a PC and a PlayStation. It's difficult enough just to get enough time to play games on both of those systems. So for me, an Xbox One would just be complete and utter overkill because I don't have enough time to play on all of them. I barely play on my PS4. I play on it like every now and then. I mostly play on my PC because most of my friends and most of the people I like playing with are on PC. So, including you, Matt.
We don't want you. We don't want you in the Xbox land anyway, so don't worry.
That's fine. I'll stay out of it, bastard.
I thought the PS subscription was free.
No, it's not. You pay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You pay, and now it's gone up because apparently our
Yes,
subscription
South
was
Africa.
too cheap.
Yep.
So now instead of being, I think it was what, $4.99, $4.89.
Yeah, $4.99, $4.89.
Now it's $700 or $7.99 or something. $7.50. It is.
So you get to pay all that for a hacked system? Is that what you? Ooh. Aren't you guys lucky?
At least we got a system.
What do you mean? Xbox.
You don't have one.
I don't need to have one. I can all this shit on you guys.
The only reason you don't have one is because you can't play StarCraft on it, and even if you could, you wouldn't buy it unless they made a StarCraft limited edition Xbox One.
Thanks for bringing
keyboard and mouse.
Thanks for bringing up StarCraft. I've got a little bit to say.
Yeah, take it away. Take it away, Matty.
Should I go? Okay. The StarCraft one, the Blizzard people have released an update on the StarCraft 2 multiplayer. What they're looking at for Legacy of the Void. Okay. So this is going to be news for you guys. Do you remember the beta or the alpha or whatever they had at BlizzCon? They're taking away the Herc. The Herc is no longer going to be in there. They played around with it enough, and they said they don't like it. They're taking away the Thor's self-heal ability. They implemented a Thor self-heal ability that they didn't like, so they're taking that away. They were changing the Protoss Tempest to be a much faster range unit that can deal damage, 500 damage over a period of time. Where they've turned it into a slower unit again. So that's a little bit interesting. What else have they done? I'm just going off the top of my head here. They're giving Protoss a new unit. It's going to be a gateway unit, and it's only going to be able to shoot at the ground. So that's going to be quite cool.
Range? What, like a really good range or something?
No, they haven't said it's going to be shooting ground. They haven't given it any. They haven't said if it's a long range or short range. But it's going to come out of the gateway. But that does make 6 units available out of the gateway then. So that's going to be quite a lot. Because you'll have Zealot, Stalker, Sentry, and then you're going to have Dark Templar, High Templar, and whatever this 6 unit's going to be. So that's going to be a lot of units coming out of the...
Be a mini Reaver.
Yeah, let's hope, eh? That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Maybe it'll even
That'd
be
be cool.
melee damage. But they did say only ground damage, so they didn't say can't shoot the air or anything like that. They've changed quite a few little things that probably won't interest you guys, but I can go into them if you want me to go into them.
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
There's a thing in StarCraft called the scan range effect. Okay, and what that is, when you attack move something, like a Stalker has six range, and a Widow Mine has 5 range. So if you have vision of, if you got an observer near that Widow Mine, whenever you attack move, you should always be able to kill that Widow Mine before it shoots you. You should be once the Stalker gets to that range 6, it should see the Widow Mine and start shooting it. That hasn't always been the case, because the range on the Stalker has always been 6, but the scan range has always been 6. So it only knows to move once the scan range is picked up. There's a unit within that 6 range, and sometimes it doesn't do that in time to actually shoot. So sometimes you'll walk your Stalker up there, and even though it doesn't need to get that close to shoot it, it'll come in range of the Widow Mine, and the Widow Mine will kill it. So they've actually this is a big thing that's been going on in StarCraft for quite a long time, and they're actually going to implement a change to actually fix that. So the Stalker, no matter what happens now, the Stalker will always kill the Widow Mine without any chance of it dying. Because sometimes the Stalker would go up and shoot the Widow Mine, no problem, it'd be gone. And then other times the Stalker might just get up there and walk into the range of the Widow Mine for no reason and just die. So they're actually taking out that random effect of the game, which I think's really, really, really cool. So yeah, the little changes, they're putting a lot of time into it. So they're doing what Blizzard does, basically.
That's cool.
They're spending a lot of time on it. Yeah, and that actually came from the community. No, there was a lot of stuff out there on that stuff, and they decided to implement that change. So
that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's other than that, the game's pretty much finished as far as I can tell, and yeah, it should be the game released by the middle of the year. So cheers to that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I hope so. That'd be cool. Man, I can't wait to play the single-player campaign. And maybe get back into the multiplayer if Evolve has died.
I'll get you back in.
Yeah.
I'll get you back. Evolve will be dead by next week, dude. Don't worry.
You're really adamant about this, eh?
Yeah, it's decided, Craig. Next week, we're done with
It's
Evolve.
just because he's banned. He can't join any groups. He's banned.
I was too good, and everyone.
What happened is you try to hack your accounts, and now you're like banned.
You can't hack your account. I was just too good, and they didn't like it. I was killing the monster every time, so they said Matt's banned.
Every time I played as a monster these days, I've lost. I did really well yesterday. I was actually sneaking around and shit, and I was doing pretty well. But yeah, it didn't cut the bacon, as they say.
The first game that I played, I had the monster selected as your 5th selection, so I had everything else selected, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna solo run. So I clicked search. And it threw me into a game, and I was the monster, even though that was my 5th selection. It didn't give a shit. You're the monster. And
well, you probably joined a game where 4 people in a party or something.
Yeah. Obviously, that's what happened. And the monster was a bot at the time, and so I think it's just the standard. What's the normal Kraken or whatever? What's
Goliath.
Goliath. Yeah, I was just a Goliath, and I was level 1, and I was eating. So, like, as I got into the game, I was eating something. So then I ran and ate something else, and they were right on my tail. I've actually found that I can actually get away from the party quite easily. You just gotta run and jump a few times, and you generally can get away and then climb up something. So then I eventually went away and I leveled up to level 2, and then I got trapped in an area with them, and I was actually quite good. I kept killing them. I just steepled them, and then I flamethrowered them, and eventually the dome went down, and I got out of there. But I think I killed 1 or 2 of their people, and then I eventually got away, and I went up to level 3, and I didn't go to the relay. I just went and found the party and just absolutely annihilated them. It was really fun. So yeah, and my first game as a monster, I actually won, which was 10 times better than any beta or alpha game that I did with the monster. I just got destroyed every time. So I can say there, as the monster, it's gotten a lot easier.
I'm just posting a link to our Twitch chat. I joined a couple of gaming groups on Facebook, so I'm just saying that they should join us. So let's find out if we get some people to join us.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, cool. So we just got a couple of people join. Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you want to ask questions, this is an interactive session. So if you want to ask, go fire away. We'll stop what we're talking about and we'll focus on you guys. But for now, let's carry on to the next question. Who? Yeah, JP? No, me. Oh, hey, Craig.
You.
Craig, that's me.
It's Craig.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Okay, cool. So the next question is: if you had to choose, what superpower or superhero or villain power would you have, and why? And we're gonna go with Matt on this one first, because I see him thinking really hard. It looks like he's got that I'm taking a shit face on, and he is thinking.
Yeah, constant made face like.
My
Yeah, no, I was like, wow.
My mind already went to a very dark place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would not be Hollow Man, although that's what I'd really want. I would go into everyone's bedroom. No, I'm kidding.
That's the problem.
Don't lie, you
That's
would.
the problem.
Yeah,
Right
that's
there.
the
You'd
problem.
go into the wrong bedrooms also and be like, well, I'm here, so.
Okay. Is it just one ability from a superhero, or is it being a superhero and having their abilities?
No, it's having a power, picking a power.
Having a power.
You can also
can't-
let's make it selective.
Yeah.
You can actually choose the superhero and have all these powers.
Okay. The most epic thing I think ever would be actually no. I thought flying might be the best thing, but what's a superhero that can just teleport anywhere? What's that one out of X-Men? Nightcrawler. I think teleporting anywhere in the world would be absolutely insane. Just blink here, and you're in Italy. Blink there, you're in America. Blink there, yeah.
That'd be.
I think
awesome.
I would like, but I'd also like to be like semi-immortal. I'd like to be like just have like one weakness where, like Superman or whatever. Like I'd like to be like a superhuman strength at the same time. Can I have that? Can I do both?
You can. You know what?
Thank you. I appreciate
Go
it.
for it. It's yours.
Okay. That's it. Thank you. Because I'd hate to pop out like in a war zone in Afghanistan and then like be like, oh shit, I'm mad, and then you know what I mean? Like, okay, calm down.
Wow.
Calm down. Okay, Craig. I want to pop that question back at you. What would your power be?
You know what I'd like to do is I'd probably have, if I had to choose a power, I don't know if we had this conversation before, but now thinking about it again, I would probably choose Incredible Hulk's power. That would be the most stress relief after a day.
Damn it, Craig.
I can imagine just coming back from work. Yeah, pretty much. The more you get hurt.
Enraged.
Yes, yeah, exactly. More you get enraged, and if they punch you, your skin hardens, and you just become indestructible more and more.
So the question is, if you got enraged enough, could you beat Superman?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
Well, as long as you can beat Superman, I don't give a shit. You can.
That's the question of the day. That's the 4-day long question that I usually have with Thorn. Which one's better, Hulk or Superman?
So
Hulk. Yeah,
I think,
all the
I
way.
think Superman's going to become pavement special material.
Hulk doesn't have morality issues. Superman's got these morals that he needs to live by.
No,
and
he
then-
won't kill Hulk. And if you're not going to kill
Yeah.
Hulk, you're
Hulk-
not going to
Yeah,
win.
exactly.
Hulk's gonna kill you.
Pretty much.
Ah,
Pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's a good answer, Craig. And you, Jason?
Well, if I had to choose a power, it would have to be a villain's power. And it would have to be Carnage.
there we go.
That's
For
why
the
I
people
added
that don't know
slash
what
villain.
that is,
Because
what is Carnage's power?
well, he's a symbiote and he can pretty much morph into anything, whatever you think he can do it.
So you just want to morph
I
into
just want to
food,
morph
right?
into crazy shit and fuck everything up. I just want to wreck everything.
I thought you were going to say. I was like, what?
Yeah. Minus the up.
He wants to morph into Carmen Electra and his penis.
Oh, that'll take fucking yourself to new levels right there.
Oh, sorry.
Oh wow, CC,
Oh, that's
CCO
definitely
whiskey.
cage fight.
Would you rather cage fight a retard or eat a baby? Oh man.
Definitely a cage fight.
Are we allowed to deep
definitely
fry
kill
the baby?
retard. I could pretty much, I could definitely do the retard, just knock him out. Eating a baby, I don't know, those things, they're filth monsters. I don't think I could eat one of those.
Well, then again, if you watch Mad Max,
I'm glad that's the worry that Jason has.
I was just about to say.
She's got
his train of
slobber and
thought.
snot
He's
coming
like,
out of her
no,
nose."
that thing's too dirty. I'm not going to eat that.
That's my only problem with it. Otherwise it's fine. It's all good.
Would you rather fly kick a toddler leaving the McDonald's play area, or would you have your legs shaved by an angry Wolverine? Probably fly kick the toddler.
I definitely kick that toddler right in the face.
Yeah, kick the toddler right in the face.
I'd like to beat Wolverine, so I'd go for the leg shake. I've never seen. I know. I've never seen. I've never seen a Wolverine, so that's.
How long is this gonna? Is this gonna take long? No. Just prepping. Don't worry. It'll take like 2 seconds. It's like, what the fuck? I just wanted to say hi. Like, go away now. Go away.
Missed the spot. We missed the spot, buddy. Can you just? Hey, CCO Whiskey, thanks for the follow. Thank you, Nightbot, for suggesting it.
Good work, Nightbot.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nightbot.
For once, doing useful things and not banning me from the chat.
I think
Can we still get him to ban Jason from the chat, Craig? Is that possible?
I've already asked him. I don't know. Apparently, they're friends. I don't know.
Oh no! Never
So can
become
you
friends with
imagine
that, Jason.
walking up to the
Yes,
counter and going, man, yeah, can I have a McFlurry? And you're like, oh man, I got my McFlurry. I got my Oreo McFlurry. Then walking out and just seeing this toddler like just crawling across, and just running, taking a run and just going, Mwah! And just booting, flying into the parking lot. And you're just like, yeah, and you hold your hands up and everyone's like, whoa, that is, you got some distance on that fucker. Well,
Don't worry, Craig. If I was there, I'd definitely be clapping, and all the angry parents will fuck them up. Fuck them.
It would have been that epic of a kick that parents would be standing there going, slow clapping.
Yeah, like
Well done. That was beautiful.
or they'd be doing it because they'll be like, finally he's gone. Fuck, I have to take him home.
He's not going to be able to grow up and turn into Jason. Mine is StarCraft. StarCraft 2 CC Whiskey. Craig's is Evolve.
No. Right now it is, but favorite game of all time, man. Have we had this question before? We've spoken about this question before. I'd probably go with. Man, it's a really tough question. That is a really tough question. But man, if I had to choose, if I was allowed to choose a series, it'd still be Mass Effect. Just because, man, it's just an all-rounded, beautiful game.
Yes.
yeah, Mass Effect was insane.
So you Mass Effect as well, JP?
Loved it. Yes, definitely,
Effect.
definitely.
Got to choose a
Mass
different game
Effect.
though. Choose a different game. If you had to choose other than Mass Effect, let's go for.
Uncharted.
You're not allowed to choose the other one.
Uncharted.
Uncharted. Okay.
Uncharted.
If I have to
Uncharted,
choose
yep.
one different, then I'll go with The Last of Us.
Wow.
Same developers.
Was
Fantastic. Yeah.
awesome.
PS fanboys we have here. Fair enough.
No, Mass Effect was Xbox exclusive.
No. I'm talking about JP and Jason.
Okay. Yeah, Uncharted was fantastic though.
Well, it's not our fault that they don't make awesome games on PC all the time.
You know what I'd have to? I would choose if you had to choose between the two, Uncharted or Last of Us. You've pretty much made your choice already, Jason. Yeah, Last of Us. Why? Why would you say it's better than Drake and Nathan Drake and his story? Because I would choose Uncharted.
So compelling.
I'll tell you why afterwards.
I'm sorry.
Well, that story, the whole Drake thing is cool, but it's very similar to Tomb Raider. Obviously, it derives a lot from Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones, that kind of thing. Whereas The Last of Us is very unique. It's not something that's really been made before, and it feels very real, as opposed to Uncharted, which is just more rounded action. I mean, the story's great, the game's great, still love the game, but I just don't think it's the same kind of real evolving it's a story that gets you that into it that you're just like, wow, this is insane. This feels like I'm there.
Okay. Fair enough. Cool. Especially, I guess. What about you, JP? Hit us with your answers.
Well, mine was Uncharted because look, I love history. I got this innate love for history, and like especially not recent history, more towards the latter, like early history. So I loved seeing how they incorporated the historical evidence. That's why I used to love the Assassin's Creed series before they fucked that up. It's because it's like so interesting to see how a creative mind takes all this historical stuff and actually makes a fictional story from it that you can actually enjoy and play through. I loved Nathan Drake. I loved the characters. I loved Sonny. I loved everything about the series was just insane to me. I've played Last of Us and I loved Last of Us, but Uncharted for me, I can't wait for Uncharted on PS4. I can't wait. I'm like sitting here and I'm like wishing the time away just so I could get my hands on it, put that disc in and just experience Uncharted all over again. It's just, I love it so much. So yeah, that's about it.
Very much so. Yeah, I must say, narrowly, I'd choose Uncharted. Uncharted was really good. Yeah. For the story, I guess, and for the fact that hang on, likes your post, Tim McLean, how you doing? Okay, let's go for some questions from CCO Whiskey. Would you rather ask someone with cancer to wash your hair even though they're bald, or sit on a cactus?
I would rather sit on a cactus. I like to think that I'm a nice guy, a decent guy. So yeah, I would most probably rather sit on the cactus.
I'd get my hair washed.
Out of all of us, who would be the best at beating up an elderly woman?
Oh wow. Well, I've got a lot of old customers coming to my store that I get really angry with. I don't know, man.
Who's the best at? Well, you've got some boxing training.
Yeah, so maybe
boxing
I would beat the shit out of an old woman. I mean, unless she's had some military training, man, I would beat the crap out of her. I would. But I don't know, man. I mean, Jason, I don't think would have experience in beating old people. Oh wow, the call just cut out. You are with me only right now. Stay tuned, everybody, because it is happening. Let's see if I can call these guys back. Oh my goodness. Well. It's the Craig show now. I would probably be the best at beating up elderly women. Let's just find out what's going on. Call me back. Okay, well, we're almost there. We're almost there. Just hang tight. We're having some technical difficulties. Just adds to the craziness of the show, everybody. So call me back. Okay, hello. Put your video on.
Should I join JP's one?
Yeah, maybe we should join his.
Okay, let's do that.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
don't know what happened there.
what's happening?
Everything dropped out.
Yep. I don't know. Got a big.
Matt's power died.
That's probably what happened.
Yes, it is 8 o'clock. Yep, the power died. Yep,
Welcome
that's what
back
happened.
to everybody. It's just like,
Thank you very
hey,
much.
hey guys, so what's up? So, JP, is somebody using your
Yes.
Wi-Fi or downloading something? Your place?
Nope.
Your
Nope.
webcam's gone.
Nope. I think power's gone. I think power's gone out. Not in my area, but close to. I know there's a section where close to where we have where my internet line comes from. So when that happens, my line drops very much because I get routed through another section, so it just gets terrible. I know that's the excuse that Telkom always gives me. But yeah, all Wi-Fi and stuff's off here, so
Alright.
don't know what's going on.
Okay, so another question coming from CCO
I'm
Whiskey.
not having any
Would you rather
lag problems.
drive a school
Wow.
bus full of kidney donors into a river or drive a school bus full of Jews into the gas chamber? Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I don't know.
I'll
We're not
do
going to answer that
both.
one, dude. That's some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, wow. We'll get to wow.
I'd probably just drive a school bus, man. So it'd be pretty cool to drive a school bus. Have you ever seen
Well, Jason said
Friday the
both. Jason
13th
said
4?
both, so, you know.
I would let
I'll do
Freddy
both.
Krueger
I'll
drive a school bus.
one, and when it's done, I'll go to the other one. You know, job is a job.
Oh no.
Wow.
Jason. Wow, Jason.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So where do we go?
But that being said, if I'm not getting paid, I'm not fucking driving any bus.
We just add Matt to the call again. Oh man, can somebody add Matt to the call? Because it's like messing up the whole webcam.
I'll try.
Mr. Matt.
Okay.
Who's hosting it? JP's hosting it, so you should do it. He should do
That
this.
must be why my video's so bad because I'm hosting.
Back. Okay, well, that has been 2 hours. How are you guys for time? Do you want to go on?
I gotta put kiddies to bed.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm a dad by day, so
Fair
yeah, I
enough.
got to put kiddies to bed and help make food and everything.
So,
But yeah,
call
it's
it.
it's really cool that our shows are going on. Like, I mean, people are interested, and yeah, so it's very good, very good.
I agree. Let's answer the last question, and that'll be the last question for the stream. Thanks,
Sweet.
CCO Whiskey for bringing in the questions. So many of them.
Entertaining us.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone that's watching, that's still watching. Thanks for all the follows. Let's just do the last question. Would you rather break into a zoo and superglue all the turtles onto their backs, or break into the hospital and steal all the...
Chemotherapy stuff.
Hey Bulges, how you doing? Listen,
Yeah,
if you have a look
Bulges.
at the actual stream, it's called The Bunker. If you have a look, I have actually mailed Man vs. Game and asked him about the change. If you could do me a favor and just be professional and send me an email to gameshockonline@gmail.com just with all the details, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, so the whole interface has changed because of what you said last time. We didn't actually want to change it to the Man Cove. The Man Cove is quite a shitty name, actually. So, yeah, just letting you know. Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, so like Greg said, like I said, just let's handle this professionally and just send us the info through.
Yeah,
Thanks,
send us
dude.
an email. It's all good. Okay, so would we rather super glue? I would probably go to the hospital and steal all the
Yep, super glue.
stuff.
Yeah, chemotherapy.
Chemotherapy. There we
stuff.
go. The chemotherapy stuff.
Yep.
I'd probably do that. I wouldn't mess with the turtles. Animals are pretty cool.
Yeah, but yes, with chemo, that's messing with cancer patients, man. Then we have to get them weed to smoke so they can feel better. No, that's bad. Yo, CJ Whiskey, thanks for the question. You really put us on the spot here, dude. Wow.
Hey guys, I
Hey,
just want
Max.
to say I'm back.
Okay.
The power's out here.
Yep.
Yeah,
we're
we
just
gathered.
closing off the show, Matt. We're just closing off the show.
Yeah, we were just
Fair
ready to call it a show. Thank you, though.
Okay, so-
There's a picture of your brother, and yeah, so we see
And
your
you?
brother. And you.
Well, he's much better than I am, so that's probably good.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, if everyone wants to say hello and maybe just I don't know, say farewell, maybe watch a stream or so. Go ahead, JP.
Yep. Cool. So yeah, basically I don't stream that much. So I'm getting more streaming. Twitch.tv/Gunner1979ZA, and on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Gunner1979ZA. Yep, it's basically streaming, and then also when you're watching Chaos War Mammoth, I'll be playing Evolve with him. So yep, you can have a look in there as well. See that I'm not as bad as Matt says.
Matt,
I
you
think
have
I'm
anything to say?
decent, okay?
No,
Matt?
Matt doesn't have anything to say.
Sorry, what was that?
Do you have anything to
No,
close off with?
okay. I'm going to be streaming more. I'm going to be streaming more soon on Twitch at AussieMatt84, and yeah, I'll hopefully just play a lot more StarCraft and maybe a bit of Evolve.
Sweet.
What about you, Jason?
Well, yeah, I haven't streamed much since last weekend, but I'll probably start streaming again when the order comes out on my Fear Jason channel. Interesting way to spell it, so I'm not even going to bother.
Just type it into the chat.
Yeah, I'll type it in the chat. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
I'll probably be probably streaming Evolve this week again, like I did last week. I'll be streaming more of that, and then join us again on Sunday for the Man Cave. I mean, whatever it's going to be called. So
The bunker.
we'll
the
call
dudes.
it whatever, the dudes, the bunker, the
Geniuses,
strip club,
whatever.
the pool club, the whatever we want to call it, actually. So yeah, that'll be awesome. Thanks for everyone for joining us and all the feedback and all the comments and all that stuff. Yeah, it's been fun, like it always has been, and thanks for supporting us. And tell your friends about the stream. Tell them to join again next week, same time. That'll be really cool. Have a good night. We're just four guys just enjoying gaming and playing it and sharing it with you, and that's what we want to do. And that's kind of the whole thing of the show. We just have fun with you guys.
Yeah.
So we'll see you again next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.